Should a person who has terminal illness be allowed to end their lives with lethal pills? In a unanimous vote, Tucson City Council took up the issue to urge state lawmakers to consider enacting a Death with Dignity Act. It's legal in only 3 states, Oregon, Washington, and Vermont. 9 Your Side's Whitney Clark joins us now with more on what this means. Whitney.
Well, before tonight, we're told Bisbee was the only other city in Arizona to take any kind of formal stance on what's often called death with dignity legislation. The memorial that was passed tonight doesn't change any laws in Tucson. The city attorney says it's more of an expression of political support. The proposal passed by the council urges state lawmakers to legalize life-ending drugs for mentally competent, terminally ill residents. This idea was brought up to city leaders months ago by the group Compassion and Choices, a nationwide nonprofit that works to expand and improve end-of-life care. A volunteer with the local chapter says we cannot escape death and we should have certain freedoms at the end of our lives.
You should have a good death. And that is, what is a good death is a personal thing. For me, it is the death that is that pain, that is not prolonged, that I don't become a burden on anybody that I love, that I care about, that I'm still in control. I want to die with my boots on, like a good cowboyette.
Last year, a terminally ill woman moved to Oregon where aid in dying drugs are legal. 29-year-old Brittany Maynard chose to die peacefully when she was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Her story started a nationwide conversation. Opponents compare death with dignity laws to assisted suicide, saying there are other options like hospice care that should be considered. While there is not any legislation being formally discussed in Arizona right now about this, supporters say they hope leaders in other cities will do what Tucson councilors have done and urge lawmakers to consider death with dignity laws. From the newsroom, Whitney Clark, KGUN-9 on your side.